Hi everyone, this is Crafty Decoria. I hope you all have been doing great. I have missed you all tremendously, and I've really missed crafting and doing DIYs. If you saw my last video, then you would understand why I've been absent. I woke up this morning and I really had the desire to get this DIY done. Ever since these bamboo cutting boards came out to the Dollar Tree, I had this idea in my head, and it was something that I wanted to make for my dining room. So I'm excited to do this today, and I hope that all of you really enjoy this DIY. So without further ado, let's jump into the tutorial. I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, so I've taken my 3 decor pieces, I've turned them over so that the writing is at the bottom. This way it takes out the step of me having to paint them. The words are at the bottom, no one's going to see them. And where they are touching, so here and here, I'm just going to take my E6000 glue and glue those together so that I have one long piece. Now I think that with your hot glue it should adhere okay, especially if you're using the Gorilla Glue glue sticks. But because this is a piece that I know I'm going to be keeping on my dining room table all year long and changing out seasonally, I'm just going to take my E6000 glue, use that so that I know that these pieces are going to bond very well together and they're not going to go anywhere. So let me go ahead and glue these pieces together, and then we'll move on to the next step. So my 3 pieces, decor pieces, are nicely glued together. So now moving on to the cutting boards, I've just unwrapped them from the packaging. And next I'm going to take my Dollar Tree 4-inch letter stencil, and these are by the Color Factory, and I'm going to stencil a letter on each cutting board to spell out Farmhouse. I will be using the Dollar Tree black acrylic paint, and to apply that on the cutting board I'm just going to use some makeup cosmetic wedges. I find those work really well. So let me go ahead and start stenciling, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I have finished stenciling my letters. Now I did center each stencil on the cutting board. I wanted my letters to be nicely centered on each cutting board, and I love how they have come out. At first I was debating whether I wanted to dry brush some black on each of the cutting boards just to give it a more weathered look, but I actually love the clean, crisp look that this has, so I'm just going to leave this as it is. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the cutting boards over, and again I'm going to stencil each cutting board with the letter to spell out Farmhouse, but this time I'm going to be doing it backwards. Being that this is a centerpiece for my dining room table, I want to be able to read the word Farmhouse on either side of the table. So now behind my E on the other side I will have the F, behind the S I will have the A, behind the U I will have the R, and then so on all the way down until I spell out Farmhouse. Let me go ahead, turn those over, center my stencil, and then add my paint to the stencil, and then we will move on to the next step. here you can see I have finished stenciling the cutting boards on both sides. I have kind of just set these up in place so that I can see when I go to glue these down how far apart I want them. I also want to finish evenly on both ends of the long decor piece that I have in the center. You can also see that some of the cutting boards are on the one side of the decor piece, and then some of them are going to be glued in behind, just to give it a staggered look. And again, you're going to see the exact same thing on the other side. Now I will be gluing these down with my E6000 glue, as well as a little bit of hot glue, just to kind of tack them in place until that E6000 glue dries. And I absolutely love this. Now, these are leaning in towards each other, but when I glue these down, they're going to be standing up nice and straight, which is going to be great for decorating that center decor piece, whether I want to lay garland or florals. It'll be really nice because when I go to pick it up, if I need to move this off my table, then everything is going to come up as one piece. So I'm going to just take a piece of chalk and sort of mark those areas on the ends of the cutting board, so it makes it much easier for me when I go to glue these down, as I know where I need to place my glue. And once that dries, I will set this on my dining room table, and I'll go ahead and decorate it a little bit so that you see it all complete. Okay guys, so here is my farmhouse centerpiece made with items from the Dollar Tree, and I absolutely love how this has come out. I am so glad that I was able to find all of the items, and if you can find them the way that I did, it's great because the base, which were the 3 wooden decor pieces, I didn't even have to paint. They were already in black and I just had to glue them together. Then, so those 3 plus the 9 cutting boards is $12. So for $12, actually that would be $12 American. Here everything in Canada is $1.25. But what an inexpensive yet beautiful and very large centerpiece. This would also work great if you have a thick trim on a window, the ledge of a window. That would work out great. If you have a bay window, it would look really nicely there as well because you can see it from both sides. And so there is the one side. I love also that it's very thin. So if I didn't want to remove it, I still have tons of room to place things on the table. But then here is the other side, and I just love how this has turned out. I also want to ask for any of you who may watch my channel, if you are from Canada, have any of you seen the lemon dishes, glasses, placemats, serviettes? Because I have not been to a Dollar Tree in over a month, but a friend of mine who works at a Dollar Tree, if you're watching, Janelle, I did ask her and she said that they have not received any of the lemon items into the Dollar Tree. So I don't know if this is just an item that is in the US and will not arrive here in Canada, or perhaps they just have not arrived yet. So if you are from Canada and you have received these at your Dollar Tree, can you please let me know in the comments, because I would love to know if these have arrived to Canada. For now, I can enjoy my lemons from the Dollar Tree. I just quickly put a few decorations on this to show you that a lot of times those little decor pieces at the Dollar Tree really make a nice added touch to a DIY that you have made. Just as I've done here, I placed the Dollar Tree succulents. These are my favorite ones in these black and white containers, and they fit nicely there. I also added some Dollar Tree lemons, and I think it came really nicely together. You could also add some candles to this. If they are not too big, they will fit on there as well. And how beautiful would it be to light this up at night, or also a light strand, Dollar Tree lights, you could place them on there as well. But really, this is a piece that I will be keeping on my table, and I'm going to have so much fun changing this out seasonally. I absolutely love it, and I hope that you enjoyed this DIY as well. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share the video if you can, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I really hope that you do. As always, guys, you take care of yourselves, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.